The Midnight Anime Conspiracy. Late one October night, Mika sat in her dimly lit bedroom, scrolling through her favorite anime fan forum. The discussion threads were buzzing with excitement about a secret anime screening happening at the old Shimizu Theatre, an abandoned cinema on the outskirts of town. The anime they're showing doesn't exist anywhere online, someone posted. It's said to be the rarest anime ever created. Mika's curiosity was instantly piqued, an anime so rare that only a select few could see it. She had to go. Dragging her best friend Kenta along, the two arrived at the decrepit theater just before midnight. The building loomed like a shadow against the dark sky, its cracked sign flickering faintly. Inside, the air was damp, and the faint smell of mildew tickled their noses. Yet, a handful of people had gathered, their faces lit with the same eager anticipation Mika felt. The screening room was eerily silent as they sat down, waiting. The projector whirred to life and the film began. It was breathtaking. The characters were drawn in stunning detail, the story gripping yet unsettling. A cheerful protagonist named Emmy and her group of friends were on a mysterious adventure. But as the episode progressed, the tone shifted. Characters began disappearing, their cheerful faces contorting into fear before they vanished. The scariest part? The audience began disappearing too. Kenta was the first to notice. "Mika," he whispered, gripping her arm. "Wasn't there a guy sitting next to me?" Mika nodded, her heart racing. There had been someone, an older woman with a bright red scarf. But now her seat was empty. As the anime continued, Mika's unease grew. On screen, Emmy looked directly at the camera. Her wide, doll-like eyes seemed to pierce through Mika's soul. "Why are you watching us?" Emmy asked. Mika froze. Characters didn't break the fourth wall like this. Emmy's gaze shifted across the room, and the screen crackled. "I said, why are you watching us?" Emmy's voice grew distorted, echoing unnaturally. The theater lights flickered violently, and when Mika looked around, the room was nearly empty. "Mika, we need to go." Kenta yanked her arm, but she was frozen in place, unable to tear her eyes from the screen. The film changed. Emmy and her friends were now in the theater, sitting among the remaining audience members. One by one, the anime characters pointed at people. Each time they did, someone in the theater disappeared with a soft pop, like a bubble bursting. Kenta screamed as one of the characters turned to him. "Run, Mika!" he shouted before vanishing. Mika bolted, tears streaming down her face. She stumbled through the dark corridors of the theater, the sound of distorted laughter chasing her. When she finally burst through the front doors, the night air hit her like a slap. She looked back. The theater was dark and silent, as if no one had ever been inside. Kenta was gone. Mika returned home, shaking, and opened her laptop. The forum was gone. No posts, no threads, nothing to prove it had ever existed. She thought it was over, until she opened her streaming app the next day. On her recently watched list was a new title, Emmy's Final Night.